Last night I did a video and it was saying how going back, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same to go back to the old ways, going back to your old group, the people that used to hang out with, your old way of life. There's a lot of you that you are saved and you're just in this place where you are wanting to go back to what you've known and you're getting discouraged. And my brothers and sisters, I understand that while that happens, I'm encouraging you to stick with Christ. Stick with Christ. Stick with him in the word by just reading the word, praying. And you know what? Sometimes even if you're tired, my brothers and sisters, stick to the Lord. Sometimes you just got to be still. Let me tell you something. One of the things that the Lord has laid in my heart is that this time, some of you going back, you're not going to come back. You will not return. Okay? Because you are better off to the devil dead than for him to allow you to come back. A lot of you left the old ways and the old things, and God was using you mightily, especially if he was using you just he was using you to save souls, things of that nature. Not only that, even if you think that you weren't doing all that, the devil sees what you're capable of. He sees the things that God has placed in you, and that's why he tenaciously tries to stop you. And that's why he bombards you with so many things to make you want to go back, because some of you think you're going to go back and everything's going to be better and you can just chill. But I'm here to tell you that for some of you, many of you, the Lord is placing in my spirit to let you know that you are better off dead to Satan than for him to bring you back, knowing all that you've known, having been in the presence of the Lord, having been used mightily to reach people. You see, the thing about it is a lot of times you see yourself as grasshoppers. you see yourself as a grasshopper. You don't really see the word that you spoke to this person, how that changed them. You don't see on your, maybe if you have a YouTube channel or something, you're not feeling all of that. Oh, I just have 5 subscribers and people don't really like or share my videos, but you don't know how you may have affected that 1 or 2. Okay. Sometimes you just being saved, somebody's silently watching you and you don't know how your walk is encouraging somebody, whether they speak to you or not. So whether they're conveying it to you or not. So while you're seeing yourself as a grasshopper, Satan is seeing the damage that you're doing to the kingdom of darkness. Satan is seeing that the people that you are affecting, whether you know it or not. And so he starts to bring things to you and brings temptation to you and brings troubles to you and bring all these things to you. And the thing is, Satan is doing just like he said to Job. I bet you if this start to happen, I bet if you mess with her finances, his finances, they won't still serve you. I bet if you don't heal them right away, he'll or she will turn away from you. I bet if things are not, if they feel like they're in the wilderness too long, I bet you they'll go back into the world. You see, and sometimes you are making good on what he's saying to the Lord. But the thing about Satan is sometimes you're going to realize, and it's going to be too late. When you try to go back into the world, you're going to see that Satan has made a decision that you are better off dead. So you come back over on my side. You go back to that man or that woman you know that's been trouble. You go back to that type of people, the group that used to hang out with. You go back to this particular lifestyle. He's going to take you out. And he's going to take you out because he can't afford for you to go back to the position of power you were in. He can't afford for you to get back on that road and go back in the direction that you were going in. So my brothers and sisters, I'm trying to tell you, I'm not trying to scare you because some of you yelling scared anyway. And so that's fine. But the bottom line is I'm trying to tell you, once you have stepped into the things of God and you have tasted and seen of the Lord and you have gone to the things of God, when you decide to go back, a lot of things are going to take place. The enemy is going to try to take you out. The grace and mercy that you had in those situations before salvation is not going to be anymore. And another thing also, my brothers and sisters, that's going to take place with that is that, as I said, you're not going to come back out. Not only that, you're going to have that reprobate mind. You will have a reprobate mind. Your mind going to be so different when you go back this time. Remember how you were before you everything cursing and carrying on and doing wrong and hurting people was natural to you. So you step out of that and you go back in. The enemy is going to totally desensitize you, that you're going to be in a place that you're just not going to come back. You cannot come back. And last but least, my brothers and sisters, I want to tell you this. You feel like, oh, I just want to go back. Let me ask you this question. How much time do you have? How much time do you have left on this earth? How much time do you have left? You can guesstimate on statistics and, people in your age group and whatever, and based on your eating habits and whatever. But let me tell you something. The most healthiest person, children are dying, okay? They about as healthy as you can get, most of them. Okay. So how much time do you have on this planet? We all have a day. I talk about, it's not my favorite topic to talk about, but we all have a day. I have a day that God's going to call me home, right? Unless I'm going to just see him coming. But outside of that, you can pretty much guarantee that you're going to die before anything. That's guaranteed. The thing is, when? Don't look at, oh, well, I'm in my 20s. I should have no. What is the date appointed for you to leave this earth? For your soul to go back, for your spirit to go back to the Creator. So that's the thing. A lot of y'all getting ready to turn back, and you got your end date is summer 2020. Some of you are getting ready to go back, and whatever it is, it's going to take you a good while to you're never going to come out, and your end date is January 2021. You understand that? So that's what I'm trying to tell you, my brothers and sisters. You are better off to Satan dead. You are better off to him dead. You are better to him dead. Some of you, he's going to make a public spectacle out of you going back. Some of you, you go ahead and think you're going to go back and try that weed again, but you find out that weed is lined with crack. And you find yourself in a place you never thought you was going to ever go back to. Don't think you have control over sin, my brothers and sisters. Don't think you have control of the situation. Well, if I go here and in case, I'm going to go and stay with him or her for a while, I'm going to go stay with them, I'm going to do this, but if it get bad, I'm going to leave. No, the devil has something else in place for you, because he's going to let you go. The time that you're going to go back to this man or go back to the situation, listen, he's already setting it up that there's going to be some sort of a setup at this person's house where somebody gonna come in and shoot everybody, and you're gonna be there. I'm not speaking death, my brothers and sisters, but I'm trying to tell you, you can't outsmart Satan. And when you step out under the hand of God to go play with the devil, it's fair game. It's fair game. So listen to the voice of God. Listen to his calling. Listen to his heat. Some of you may say, well, I don't do all that. I'm just going to take a break from God. Okay, you just may decide to take a break and go to bed that night and your heart stop beating. You think you're going to heaven? Don't play with the enemy. The bottom line is, just make your choice. Either going to follow Christ and stick to him, or go back to the enemy, but have full knowledge of all the risk and all the fine prints that you don't even know about that's there. It's not worth it, my brothers and sisters. Hold on to Christ. What else do you have? Hold on to him. The picture, the facade, the memories of how it was so cool, how it was so whatever, it's a lie, because it wasn't cool, or you would never got saved to begin with. So hear the Lord saying, you're better off to Satan dead. So think, consider wisely. Think of what you're getting ready to do, because what you think you're going to do and what the enemy plans to do are completely different. All right, my brothers and sisters, be blessed.